So when this range came on the market back in the 2000, everyone was saying that the design was way too futuristic and ahead of its time. So in today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at a comeback of the Nike Shox R4. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at the comeback of a pair of Nike shoes which dropped originally back in the early 2000s. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as you can see will come in one of the regular boxes in this red color, which will have the big Nike letter and also the Nike swoosh in this white color here on top and also on all sides of the box as well. So let's just go ahead and take them out, guys. So in today's video, we're gonna have a look at a re-release of this Nike Shox R4. It seems that in the last couple of months, Nike has brought back to life this release, which, as I said earlier, got released for the first time back in the early 2000s. So the today's pair is called the Nike Shox R4, which is set to be released here in the UK on the 23rd of September for the retail price of £135. This one already dropped in a few other retailers in this colorway and few others as well. If I'm not mistaken, we also had that Shox TL as well, which will have this very interesting midsole for the full length. But I need to admit that the design for this one, guys, even now doesn't feel too appealing, at least having a look at it online. But for sure, having this one in hand, guys, I really need to admit that I changed my mind completely. I really feel that this one, for a 2000 release, it was a great one. For sure, the design was a bit too futuristic, but I would say that for the 2024 release, guys, this one is still looking great. And even the materials for £135 or around $150 they are not bad either. So let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of this one, guys. So as you can see, for this upper, we're gonna have a mix of a few materials. Of course, most of them will be synthetic, but nevertheless, this one still looks quite good. So as you can see, for both medial and lateral side, we're gonna have this silver material, which will have fluid ripples and laser perforations, which will take inspiration from space suits and other astronaut gear. So on top of these sides, we're also gonna have this Nike swooshes embroidered in this black color, which for sure are looking quite nice. Then starting here at the front of the shoe on both lateral and medial side of the turbo section, we're gonna have this synthetic leather in this black color, which will also have some perforation holes, and on top we're also gonna have some 3M reflective hints as well, which will also be present here at the front on the middle. Then this black synthetic leather will also be present for most of this upper, mostly for the lacing system and also at the collar section, and covering like half of this heel section as well. Then on top of the turbo section, we're also gonna have some mesh material, which will give it some breathability, and this mesh will actually stretch to this tongue. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have your punch out holes, which will keep in place these flat black laces, and underneath these laces we're gonna have this mesh tongue, which actually has a decent amount of padding, and this one towards the top will have this silver mesh, which on top will have this synthetic leather material, which will keep in place this Shox bubble, and just below it we're gonna have written Nike Shox in this black lettering. So finishing here at the back of the shoe, guys, we're gonna have this synthetic leather, which again will have some perforation holes. We're also gonna have some 3M reflective hints as well. And we're also gonna have this interesting bubble with these 5 orange dots inside, which is looking quite nice. Then going inside of the shoe, guys, for this one I'm gonna have this black lining, which will have a very interesting texture. So this one underneath will have a decent amount of padding, which for sure will keep your foot quite good in place. And also at the bottom we're gonna have this gray insole, which will be glued to the shoe, and this one will have imprinted here at the heel section this Nike swoosh in this black color. So now, guys, we can go to this very interesting looking midsole, which as you can see at the front will be covered by this silver lining, but underneath this one feels like a rubber midsole. It's not that squishy, and given that it's just gonna be present here at the front, it's not gonna add too much weight either. But at the back of the shoe, guys, we're gonna have these 4 Shox in this orange color, which I would need to admit that on the lateral side feels a bit more squishier than on the medial side. But I need to admit that at least comparing with the Shox TL, this one doesn't look as good. But in the same time, I feel that this one is quite comfortable and still quite futuristic even now in 2024. So now, guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole in this black and orange color, which looking at it feels quite strange. As you can see, the front part of the shoe doesn't feel that has any connection with this back. Nevertheless, here at the front we're gonna have this waffle pattern, I would say. Here in the midfoot we're also gonna have this Nike Shox logo. We're also gonna have here at the heel section the Nike Shox lettering alongside these circles. So all in one, I wouldn't say that the design is something spectacular, but I guess it's gonna serve its purpose. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one I had to go with a half size down, as this one was the biggest size available. Even though these ones weren't listed as women's release, I actually feel that these ones are just women's releases. Nevertheless, for me, going with a half size down comparing with my normal sizing in Nike, I feel that this one still fits me quite fine. So my recommendation will be that if this one will be available in extended sizing, for people with normal feet, you can just stay with your true to size. And just in case you have wide feet, I would suggest you to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is actually a bit pointy, is not gonna be too snug for you. So overall, guys, this comeback coming from Nike for this Shox R4, in my opinion, it's a very interesting looking one, which to be honest doesn't come at a high price. And even though we're gonna have synthetic materials all around, I feel that they are not looking as bad, and they also don't feel as bad on foot as well. I really feel that overall this one it's quite an interesting one, even though it was released originally back in the early 2000s, which at least for me personally, guys, I feel that it looks so good on foot. But I guess this style with this Shox here at the back is not gonna be for everyone. Even now in 2024, this one still seems to have a very futuristic design. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new re-release of this Nike Shox R4. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.